In this video, I show you the build that cleared Crypt of Hearts in 11 minutes. Hello. Well, hello there. My name is sometimes Heather and I play SubClassed Online. Last time, I kinda promised to show you a machined vampire, but Richard's build requires a bit more time. Hence, I made something else. A Breton Sorc with an icy subclass. Let's get to it. Carmilla of Ashroad is a Breton female. I have all of our attribute points on Magicka, and we are working under the Lover Boon to maximize physical and spell penetration. As you may notice, I have given Carmilla the Oakensoul ring. For this build, you don't need to be a vampire. I insist upon having the curse, but I haven't used vampire abilities with Carmilla. Let's then move on to champion points. In Warfare, my active stars are Weapons Expert, Biting Aura, Wrathful Strikes, and Untamed Aggression. In Fitness, I have gone with my usual siphoning spells, Rejuvenation, Fortified, and Boundless Vitality. And in Craft, I have stars that make playing fun for me. Before we move on to abilities, sponsor Heather wants to talk to you about books. Well, hello there. My name is Heather Wielding, and alright, I'm here to interrupt you again with my books. I have only talked to you about my vampire novels, but today I wanted to mention something else. I have also written a 5-part fantasy series named Shiva. It has spawned 3 spin-offs, 2 of which, these 2, are available as free ebooks through Books to Read. I do hope you'll give these a go, they're hilarious. And now, back to the video. So, as Carmilla wears the Oakensoul, we only have one weapon, which is a lightning staff. First, I have a spammer. Force Shock deals all sorts of elemental damage to a single enemy. This does not have a cooldown, so it's very convenient to toss around in between overtime abilities. Next, we have Crystal Fragments. This unusual ability comes from Dark Magic. Crystal Fragments should never be cast in combat unless it turns pink on your ability bar. This means that it costs less, is instantaneous to cast, and deals a large amount of magic damage. Then we have Shattering Spines. This draws Daedric shards up from the ground to immobilize enemies and, after 4 seconds, deal a set amount of magic damage upon them. Afflicted enemies are also granted Major Maim, which reduces their damage done for 10 seconds. Moving on, we come to subclassed abilities. Carmilla has adopted Winter's Embrace from the Warden class. First, from that skill line, we have Winter's Revenge. This summons icicles to skewer enemies at a target location and to deal overtime frost damage and to reduce enemies' movement speed. And if this is cast with a destruction staff, the icicles deal even more damage. Joy. Last, we have our emergency heal. Arctic Blast wraps Carmilla in icy winds, which deal a set amount of frost damage to nearby enemies. If there are no enemies to hit, this heals Carmilla instead. This continues to deal frost damage while the effect is active. Both Arctic Blast and Winter's Embrace have a high chance to afflict enemies with the chill status effect. Our ultimate is Northern Storm, also from our subclassed Warden skill line. Northern Storm deals frost damage to enemies and reduces their movement speed. This also grants Carmilla and her allies major protection, which reduces damage taken. This is a fun ultimate that reminds me of Finnish Winter's. Cold, unpredictable, full of sleet, the kind that really hurts when it hits your face. Ouch. For passives, I would recommend getting at least everything from active class skill lines, destruction staff, light armor, and racial skill lines. I also have everything from vampire skill line. Last Tuesday I showed you a dungeon run, so let's now see how Carmilla fares against a base game world boss on her own.
In this case, that may not be a good thing. Be careful.
Well, staying alive is a bit of a challenge with this one, but that's part of the fun. Not being a vampire helps with that. Let's move on to gear then. I have given Carmilla 2 full 5-piece sets, 1 monster helm, and the Oakensoul. First, surprisingly, Dark Convergence. This is a PvP set. You can purchase pieces with alliance points in Cyrodiil, but I took the easy way out and got my pieces from guild vendors using gold. It was a bit expensive, but convenient. So, Dark Convergence adds to weapon and spell damage and offensive penetration. With a full set on, casting abilities that leave a mark on the ground, Dark Convergence snares enemies and pulls them closer, stuns them and deals a large amount of magic damage to all enemies within reach. I am almost certain Winter's Revenge tricks this, and Wall of Element and Fire Rune would also work in case you'd like to replace dark magic with Stormcalling. I have 1 weapon, shoulders, necklace and ring from this set. Do note that my jewelry is enchanted to boost weapon and spell damage. Our second full set comes from Tempest Island. Overwhelming Surge adds to weapon and spell damage and maximum magicka. With a full set on, dealing damage with class abilities surrounds you in a fluffy blue cloud that deals shock damage to nearby enemies. This effect also restores a bit of magicka, more is more. This is a super fun set and farming it out from Tempest Island should be easy. For our monster helm, I picked out more of the infernal guys. This adds to weapon and spell damage. Do feel free to use any monster helm with similar stats. And then, the ring. The Oakensoul is a mythic item from High Isle. While you wear this peculiar ring, you are unable to switch between your weapons and are granted quite a few status effects in exchange. Do I have to again? I guess I must. When wearing the Oakensoul, you gain Minor Berserk, Minor Courage, Major Brutality, Major Sorcery, Major Prophecy, Major Savagery, Minor Force, Minor Protection, Major Resolve, Minor Mending, Minor Fortitude, Minor Intellect, Minor Endurance, Minor Heroism, Minor Slayer, Minor Aegis, and Empower. This ring was a big hit when it was first introduced to us, but lately it no longer enjoys popularity. I still love it though. I made Carmilla's build really quickly. It was inspired by dark magic aesthetics, runes and spikes protruding from the earth. Ice fascinates me as an element, and bringing that into Carmilla's build gave her that something that's been missing from her. Perhaps it was the icicles, perhaps the power of passives. I love the way my rotation is simple and intuitive, and the way Carmilla can clear her way through delves and public dungeons practically without pausing. These fast mean builds are my new favorite thing, and I do hope you will enjoy this one too. Appearance-wise, I wanted Carmilla to look a bit mad, like a little girl who found mummy's makeup, and I think I succeeded pretty well there. I chose dark colors for her, picked out a little tunic and pigtails, gave her a crown too. I will tell you more about her look in the near future. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and see you all later.